Hi, everyone. So, we are learning a difficult concept, and I think it would be very easy to kind of take you through the PowerPoint either at the beginning or end of class. And I do think it'll be helpful and make this hard concept in a kid friendly way. Okay. So, in your slideshow today, you have video clips and assignments and links to kind of explore. But I think it'll help come together if we follow along on this PowerPoint. Okay. So, that word classify, okay, if we think about how are things classified, think about how do you know where to find an item at the grocery store? If items were placed anywhere, it'd be very hard to find that milk, right? But you know that milk is found in the dairy section. Similar items are placed together so they're easy to find. Overall, grouping makes things easy. Well, living things are also placed in groups to make it easier to study them in their relationship to one another. So scientists classify all living things into six major categories. We call them kingdom, okay? Kingdoms are either animal, and we say in Greek, animalia. That's not important. To us here, they put kingdoms, they are the head of these categories: animals, plants, fungi, protists, eubacteria, and archaeobacteria, or bacteria. Okay, so these six major categories are first, our biggest one is kingdoms. Okay, then if we further classify living organisms, they can be classified based on other similarities, maybe their structure and early development. Okay, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. So overall, as we classify, we can break it down in animals and living organisms and do it more specifically. So kingdoms is our largest group, and there's six groups. Again, don't worry about what's in parentheses. Then we can even go further and do phylum is next, then class, then order, family, genus, and species. Okay. So going back to the grocery store example, the classification of living things is much like organizing items in that grocery store. Similar organisms share the same category, just like similar items share shelf space in the grocery store. Think about Fuji apples and Gala apples. They're both apples, both fruit, both produce, and both found in a grocery store. Okay. Or humans and horses. You may not think humans and horses are alike, but both are animals. Both have a backbone. Both have four limbs. Both have hair and bear their young. Both also feed their young milk. So there's even many differences though between humans and horses. So that's why we need to keep classifying or keep breaking down these categories. Okay. So what you're looking at on the left by humans, okay, the classification means we want to get more and more specific, okay? So the kingdom is like the biggest group of classification. The human is in the kingdom Animalia. Phylum is next. It's Chordata. Then we do class, which falls in the Mammalia class. The order is a primate. Family is Hominidae. Genus is Homo. Species, Sapiens. Then to the right, okay, the horse, they both fall in the Animalia kingdom. The phylum Chordata, which means it has a vertebrae. Then it has the same class, which is Mammalia. But then they start to get different here, right at the next category called the order. Okay. Then they have a different family, genus, and species. So scientific names identify organisms. All living things are identified by two names. We call this their scientific name. Binomial nomenclature, which means two-name system. Ladies and gents, you're just in fifth grade. When you get to your middle school biology classes, it will go way more in depth. Okay. Your job as a fifth grader is to know that organisms are classified and they break